So I've been thinking about this, and honestly, I really do think the Steelers should explore trading Alex Highsmith because no, they are not trading TJ Watt. So if you're going to make a move from a position where you actually have strength, Highsmith is the one that makes sense. And let me say this clearly, Alex Highsmith is a great player. He is. This is not me downplaying him. This is not me acting like he's just some guy. And this is not me saying the Steelers should dump him because he isn't good enough. No, he is a really good football player. And that is exactly why this conversation even exists. This is the circle of life in the NFL. You got to know when to cash in at the right time. That's the whole point. You move a great player when the value is strong, when you have a younger guy ready behind him, and when making that move can help balance out the rest of your roster. That's what this is. Nick Herbig is ready. I really believe that every time he gets on the field, you can feel him. He looks like a guy who needs a bigger role right now. Not 2 months from now, not next year. Right now, he looks like a dude who is ready to become a real problem for offenses if you just let him start and live with it. And when you have that sitting there behind Alex, you have to at least think about the bigger picture. Because if you can get a second round pick back for Highsmith, that is major value. That is not some little throw in. That is a real asset that can help you fill another hole on the roster. And this team still has holes. That's why this makes sense to me. You take from a rich part of your team and give to a poorer part while still staying rich at edge because you already have the next guy ready to go. That is just smart team building. And the nice part is, if you made that move, it's not like the room suddenly falls apart. You still have TJ Watt, obviously. You still have Nick Herbig, who I think is ready to break out in a big way. And then you have Jack Sawyer behind that. So now you still have depth too. That is why this is worth talking about. You can move a great player, get strong value back, still have a loaded edge room, and help the rest of your team. That is a win if you nail it. And honestly, I really don't want to hear people acting like this is some disrespectful take. Because I was saying the same kind of thing back when Alex Highsmith was the young guy. I was one of the people advocating for Highsmith to start when he barely had any production. And people were not trying to hear that at all. Back when Bud Dupree was there, back when everyone was attached to the older name, I was sitting there saying, let the younger guy play, let the younger guy grow, let the younger guy take over. Because if you believe in your evaluation, that is how you stay ahead. And people gave me a ton of flack for that. So now I'm supposed to ignore what's right in front of me with Nick Herbig? No. I've already seen this happen. This is the same cycle. This is the same NFL reality that keeps showing up over and over. The veteran is really good. The younger player starts flashing behind him, and then the team has to decide whether it wants to be early or late. That's it. And I would rather be early than late, because if you wait too long, now you're not cashing in at the right time anymore. Now the value starts changing. Now the decision gets forced instead of planned. Now the roster gets clogged up and you miss your chance to really maximize the position. That is what smart teams avoid. Smart teams understand when it's time. And to me, if the Steelers truly believe Nick Herbig is ready, and I absolutely think he is, then this is the exact kind of move they should be willing to make. Trade Alex Highsmith while the value is high, get the second round pick, let Herbig step into that starting role, keep Sawyer in the mix for depth, and use that extra capital to help the weaker parts of the roster. That's not disrespecting Alex, that's actually acknowledging how valuable he is. Great players bring back real returns. And when you have a young replacement with serious upside already sitting in the building, that is when you have to think bigger than just keeping the same names around. That is the circle of life in the NFL. It keeps moving whether people like it or not. The Steelers would just be smart enough to move with it instead of getting stuck behind it.